What's good, y'all? Hope you had a blessed day. I don't know why. I recently did a video reacting to Linkin Park's new song, "The Emptiness Machine." I did it to the music video, not the concert, because I figured I would enjoy the actual music video better, since they've always had um good music videos, and for whatever reason, YouTube has blocked me. I don't know why. They kept saying that it wasn't allowed, even though I got it from YouTube, but it is what it is. So I paid no mind, and then I was gonna actually try to make a reaction to the concert version, and something popped up in my feed about Chester Bennington's son, Jamie Bennington, opposing the pick of the new singer, Emily Armstrong. So I don't know too much on it, but it stems from her supporting, I guess, a rapist, and that she was a Scientologist. I honestly don't know, and I didn't think that there was any beef between Chester's family and Linkin Park. I mean, why would you have beef with someone that was so iconic to the band? So I wanted to sit here and actually read into it and see what this thing's about, man.
It's not that Emily's a bad vocalist, it's that she apparently has the past that she has, and she has not, in my opinion, given an appropriate response. Unless there's a formal statement saying, Jamie, you can't enter the building for this reason, I'm going to concert.
Chester Bennington's son Jamie slamming Linkin Park's Mike Shinoda, bashing his late father's longtime bandmate over new lead singer Emily Armstrong.
Mike Shinoda followed me specifically.
Just the FYI, even though you're not gonna see the reaction video, I did like the music video, and she did have that. She did her thing in that song, so I'm not gonna speak bad on it until, obviously, if I hear some backstory on
watch what I was saying, and now after I messaged him, he's blocked me. It's not that Mike is a bad musician, it's that he does the things he's doing.
Linkin Park has always got a little bit of something up our sleeve.
Jamie's tirade on his Instagram story, not mincing words over the group's ongoing controversy surrounding Emily's past support for now convicted rapist Danny Masterson. Over the weekend, the 38-year-old shared,
"Hi, I'm Emily. I'm new to so many of you, and I want to make clear the air on something that happened to me a while back. Several years ago, I was asked to support someone I considered a friend at a court appearance. I went to one early hearing as an observer. Soon after, I realized I shouldn't have. I always tried to see the good in people. I misjudged them. I have never spoken to him since. Unimaginable details emerged, and he was later found guilty. To say it as clearly as possible, I do not condone abuse or violence against women and empathize with the victims of these crimes."
this statement to social media, saying she regrets all that, adding, "I do not condone abuse or violence against women."
This is how Mike Shinoda has chosen to respond to the situation. He doesn't care to give an official statement about the impact of hiring someone like Emily. And I think there's a lot of people asking questions like that in the comments. I wonder how bad it was for Chester.
Why would he issue something like that, Like, she went there to support dude, and then realized, nah, dude is a scumbag. I think everybody initially, if like my boy came up to me saying something, that he is, swearing up and down, you're gonna give somebody the benefit of the doubt. I know I would, until I see the actual evidence get presented itself, and that's when you're like, you know what, nah, you gotta hold that. It's so hard and got so far, but in the
end, it doesn't even matter. Linkin Park and Emily hitting the reset button in 2024 with a new album from Zero, followed by a world tour, 7 years after Chester Bennington died by suicide.
When I first listened to Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory was like my favorite album. And that was the moment where I was like, I want to sing and scream. I would love to do him proud,
That's Emily alongside the band with Apple Music's Zane Lowe last week, where Mike explained why the time was right to kick off a new chapter.
There was a part of us, over the last 7 years where we did remember that
we have I don't want to say it's like a responsibility because it's not all that serious, but there is
You want
a
that cheddar, dog?
benefit to like, if we get this thing up and running and we do it
We
well,
gonna make paper.
like then everybody gets to play a role.
Chester's one of a kind. Like Chester did his thing like no one else could do it. And I think like what's amazing is like Emily just being Emily works in Linkin Park.
I will say that hearing her voice and hearing the way she sang in that song, it did give that element that was Linkin Park, you know. I don't want to say that she sounded like Chester because she doesn't, but she definitely has that aura, that not that aura, that it's hard to explain, man. She has that element that was missing when Chester passed away.
And that was kind of what we were hoping in the beginning, was to be part of something that became, really great.
Meanwhile,
It was
Jaime's
really great.
made it clear he's heading to Linkin Park's LA concert on Wednesday.
I will be there, and I'll be looking all of you in the eyes. You'll see me bopping like no one's ever bopped before. Believe me.
All right, I need some more context to this, because E.T. and all them, like, I hate watching them. I really do. All right, let's pull up this article right here. All right, Chester Bennington's son, Jaime, calls out Linkin Park for Chester Bennington's son, Jaime, calls out Linkin Park's Mike Shinoda for betraying fans and replacing late father with Emily Armstrong. The band reunited with Armstrong as a new leader following Chester Bennington's death in 2017. Jaime took to social media to air his grievances upon the decision to replace his late father with Armstrong. Hey Mike, people aren't having difficulty. Jesus Christ, I can't read today. Hey Mike, people aren't having a difficult time wrapping their head around the prospect of Linkin Park reinventing himself, Jaime wrote on his Instagram stories. They're having a hard time wrapping their head around how you hired your friend of many years, Emily Armstrong, to replace Chester, knowing Emily's history in the church and her history as an ally to Danny Masterson. Alright, so he's allowed to say his grievances towards the decision, but he has no say in the matter. Just as nobody's son of an artist really has a say on what that group should do if your parent isn't a part of that group, you know? So he could, not agree with it, but I don't think, that, like, at the end of the day, the band needs a new singer. And look, this industry is all about not what you know, is who you know. So Mike hiring a longtime friend is kind of the norm in show business. I could understand if she had no talent at all, but she seems like a talented woman. But let's keep on reading. Jaime also accused Shinoda of quietly erasing my father's life and legacy in real time during International Suicide Prevention Month and refusing to acknowledge the impact of hiring someone like Emily without so much as a clarifying statement on the variety of victims that make up your core fan base. In another message, Jaime Bennington said Shinoda betrayed the trust loaned to you by decades of fans and supporting human beings, including myself. We trusted you to be a bigger, better person, to be the change, because you promised us that was your intention. Now you're just senile and tone deaf. I don't know how to feel about this. In a way, I feel, homie, about his father's legacy. I think he would have felt that regardless of who Mike picked, because at the end of the day, like, you're going to feel like you're replacing my father's legacy. If they come out with like 4 or 5 albums, they're not even gonna remember. I'm not saying no one will, but people will start disassociating Chester to Linkin Park and putting Emily into that mix, which It's hard to do. Not a lot of bands have done it. But if anybody could pull it off, I think it's Linkin Park. As far as her being a Scientologist, motherfuckers be weird, man. I've always said that, people are just weird, man. Let them believe what they want. If she, I mean, this chick, fucking Tom Cruise, the chick from King of Queens, like, it's out there, man. You could call it weird, you could call it whatever, but there's people out there that believe it, man. Just like people believe the flat Earth, people believe, they could believe whatever they want. So I'm not putting that against her because her talent speaks for herself. The only thing I can see maybe some people getting, butthurt about is her actually supporting a person that, obviously was convicted of raping somebody. I can't say the word. I just have this feeling that it didn't matter who it was that Mike picked out. I have a feeling he was gonna have an issue with it regardless of what. It just so happens to be like more fuel to that fire. I feel like he would have had. I feel like he would have done an Instagram story regardless of who Mike picked out, because at the end of the day, in his eyes, you're picking out a replacement of my dad. He was like Linkin Park's like foundation. When he passed, imagine it took 7 years for them to recollect. So to say he didn't have a huge role, he wasn't like a drummer or a guitarist. And even with bands that lose a drummer or lose a guitarist, they don't come back the same. They're coming out. They're coming back with another like lead singer. That's crazy to me. But so far it's working. So far the song hasn't diminished in the quality, and I feel like there's more positive reviews than negative towards the song. But I don't know, man. Let me know what y'all think. Do you think he's valid in thinking this way? I don't know, man. I'm still on the fence on it. But like I said, I just have a feeling he's gonna be like that just because it's his dad, man, and it's rightfully so. I can't fault the guy for having his feelings of what he has. Um, but anyway, man, that was it. I'm super pissed at YouTube for blocking my shit, but it is what it is, man. All right, let me know what y'all think, man. Peace.